Hello, this is a follow-on from the previous videos. This is still Tora, Mia, and the introduction of Shrek and Dolly, my friends' dogs. I'm literally waiting outside Shrek and Dolly's house at the moment, so I'll just talk over this while we wait for them to appear. They're in the front window, I think. Tora hasn't noticed them yet, but they come out and we have a meeting, and it doesn't go so well. Let's be upfront and honest about that. Mia comes in very hot on Shrek for the first meeting. Didn't spot that when I was there at the time, must confess. That caught me unawares. Well, not even unawares. I just didn't notice how hot she came in on Shrek. In my mind's eye, I saw her trot over and say hello to him. Actually, what you'll see when we get there, she comes flying in at him and basically almost a dominant move. She grabs his head with her front legs. So only her back legs are on the ground when she first comes up to Shrek. But Shrek does the right thing. He just stands there and does nothing. He's not bothered by Mia here, and that was the first meeting. And I didn't spot how inappropriate Mia was when she came in on that, and how hot she was. So we'll see that. It's a couple of minutes away yet, but we're just waiting for Shrek and Dolly to come out. You see, Tora spotted them now. She's interested, and then we have a second attempt at meeting Shrek, and that goes even worse. Mia ends up grabbing Shrek by the head halter he's got on. She doesn't grab his face. She grabs the head halter in her mouth, and gives him a growl and a shake. It's not really on the camera. You can hear the growling. You can kind of see Mia's rear two-thirds of her. You can't see exactly what happened, but that's what happened. Mia gave Shrek a bit of a "I'm not already happy with you," but she came up to him. Shrek didn't do anything, and Tora's starting to play here. Tora's excited to see Shrek and Dolly. We're friends, so she's just bouncing around a bit, which is fine. I'm quite happy to let her do that. But yeah, the instructional bit of this video is how not to do dog greeting, and how you've really got to keep your eye on the ball and spot when it goes wrong. So I've sent Mia and her owner across the road over there because I wanted Mia to see Tora interacting with these dogs, and to see that Tora trusts these dogs now that Mia trusts Tora. We've been on a 35-minute walk to get here, and that Mia is fine with Tora. So I wanted her to see that. I wanted her to see everything that goes on. So Mia's about to come over, and you're going to see how hot she come in on Shrek then. It goes well at this point, but that first hit onto Shrek, that is not fair. That's not on. That is rude. And inappropriate, but Shrek did the right thing. He just stood there and did nothing. I'll stop talking, go to original audio, and I'll replay that footage so you can see that again and listen to it, and I'll only interject as and when necessary. But yeah, that's not a good meeting. Really, coming in hot like that on another dog is a bit mean. Yeah, I saw. Tora came up to your window and was like, "Hi." Okay, loose leash. Make it loose. Loose, leave it loose. Loose, stay loose. Good.
Mia,
perfect. Yeah, that's Mia.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you for being part of it. Thank you.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Hey Mia, good girl. Good girl. Shrek, say hello to your friend.
Okay, car coming. Just be careful.
She's scared.
Yeah, she is. She's a nervous dog.
Hey, sweetie.
She's not met giant dogs except Rollo.
We'll go for walkies, eh?
Yep, and the idea is we'll just walk.
Go for a walk, eh?
Yep.
Walkies now?
Yep, we'll just walk. We'll head down that way to the park and we'll just walk.
She's got a bit of bully breed in her too.
Kelpie Border Collie.
She hasn't got any bully breed?
Don't know.
Sorry? She hasn't got any sort of bully breed in her? I'm not too sure. They say Border Collie and Kelpie. She looks like she's got a bit of bully breed in her face. I'm not sure.
Hello, Shrek. How you doing? Hello, boy.
A bull Arab or something.
Hello, Dolly.
She's very
Hello.
Yeah. Like bull Arab. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Hi, Dolly.
Yeah, just loose. If she wants to go, keep it loose. She doesn't respond well to that tension on the leash, so just keep it loose. Tora, you're going the wrong way. Yep. Tora, no. Can I sort your leash out, please, Tora? Okay, get ready and pay attention. Mia's about to go. Go on then. Okay. You're good. Hello, Mia. Sorry. I got her. That's fine. Relax.
It's okay, Mia, don't be scared. We're all friends here, girl. We're all friends.
So that sounded awful. It didn't look particularly great. I will repoint out, Shrek's not hurt at all. She grabbed him by the head halter. She didn't put teeth on his face. So he's completely unharmed. But it was ugly. That was ugly. It was not a friendly greeting at all to Shrek. Exactly what triggered that, not 100% sure. If my memory serves, what was going on at the time was that Tora had gone back in front of Shrek and given him a bit of a play bow, or not play bow, sorry. She had gone in front of him and they'd both gone stiff. Now I know, because these two dogs know each other, that's the initiating of play. Tora or Shrek would have then done a play bow and then they'd have started playing. I think Mia's seen that stiffness between Tora and Shrek, which sadly is not on camera. And she's gone, whoa, 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 no, they're about to do something I don't like. And I think Shrek's the problem. I mean, you saw how hot she came in on him the first time. And so she's gone at him in an unfriendly way. It's nothing worse than unfriendly. It was mean. It wasn't an attempt at starting a fight. It wasn't an attempt at hurting Shrek. It was an attempt at telling him, oi, I don't like what you're doing. Go away, back off, get away from Tora, or whatever it was. That said, I'm not entirely sure I trust my memory, because I didn't remember Mia coming in hot on Shrek that first time at all. I really didn't see that until I rewatched this video back before I got around to editing it, and saw that and went, whoa, oh, she came in hot on Shrek. Okay, that wasn't very nice. And it wasn't. And we do see actually the rest of this walk, and I will shut up eventually and just let you listen. Mia's actually quite scared of Shrek. She doesn't voluntarily come near him for the rest of the walk that we're there. And Dolly's actually a little bit wary of Mia. Dolly doesn't go near Mia either. But Mia definitely has a wariness of Shrek, which is interesting because I've never come across any dog being wary of Shrek. I mean, even Rhodey wasn't wary of Shrek ever. So that's curious. That's curious to me. But overall, it speaks to a couple of things. Mia not being calm, and me letting my guard down, turning my back on her, and not seeing how hot she's come in. That's not really advisable to carry on with a meeting when a dog has come in that hot. It's not a good look, and it does show that Mia is not calm and not quite in the right frame of mind. However, hands up, I did not spot that. I did not notice that. I was not aware until Mia grabbed Shrek by his halter that had even occurred. Well, I mean, then I had to watch the video back a week later or whenever I got around to first doing it. I was not aware that Mia came in that hot. So that sits on my shoulders for missing that. And I really, really wish she'd done that to Tora when she first met Tora, because in Mia's head, she's done the right thing. She's seen a threat. She's dealt with it. She's gone, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing with Tora. For that specific instance, the first time she come flying in at him, I don't really know what's going on in her head. She's just not in the right frame of mind and not calm. But she puts on a good show. She puts on a good show where she was just sat over the other side of the road with her owner, not really doing much, just kind of watching proceedings. And then when she's allowed to come over, she does it at 50 miles an hour and just comes slamming into Shrek. And he dealt with both of those really well, really well. And I don't think Chris, Shrek's owner, would have actually let Shrek give Mia a correction, which if Shrek was minded to, I would have liked him to do so. But Shrek clearly wasn't minded to. He just stood there and did nothing, which to some extent is great. But Mia needs a lesson that that's not an appropriate course of action, and especially the dog the size of Shrek. I mean, Shrek's literally more than twice her weight. Mia's in the low 20 kilos. Shrek's 60. But this is the reason I met Tora. I was anticipating Mia giving Tora a bit of attitude when she realised it wasn't Rollo, and honestly, she didn't. As you've seen in the previous video, she didn't give Tora any attitude at all. And that really stems down to Tora. You see the way, I'm not going to replay the footage here, you have to go back and watch the other video. See the way Tora stands tall as Mia comes near her. She's relaxed, but it's a very dominant pose from Tora. It is a inviting her in, holding her ground, but her head's high, her tail's up, and it is just emanating, I dare you. I absolutely dare you to try anything silly. And Mia's immediately picked up on that, and you've seen the footage, and she comes into Tora and is immediately quite not submissive, is the wrong word. She just doesn't offer the attitude. She comes in and she's calm. She even approached nicely, but she could read Tora like a book like that. She could read that attitude from Tora. She's not going to put up with any crap, and Tora doesn't. And sadly, I really wanted Mia to do that, because I want Mia to learn that lesson of how to come in hot on other dogs can equal a bit of a beatdown for you. So realise that what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and if you want to come in hot on other dogs, they can actually reciprocate, and you don't like it. That's the best way for the dogs to learn, is let other dogs teach them. But the boldness, dominance and attitude of Tora stopped that from happening. Ditto with Rollo, but for the opposite reason. Rollo's just overarching calmness and boss-like ownership of space around him by just being calm and not fussed about anything just completely disarmed Mia, completely disarmed her. So the other dog that's in the meeting is part of the puzzle. Shrek seems fine to me, but Mia picked up on something that I haven't, and she came in hot on him, and yeah, my fault for missing the build up to that, and we should have taken things a bit slower, but there we go. It is what it is. It happened. Some dogs need a little bit more effort than others. Some need the humans to intervene more than others, and yeah, speaks to each dog being slightly different. And I do need to hold my hand up there. I messed up a bit, but no dog was hurt. Shrek's not hurt. He's not bothered. He's not scared of Mia, and I think that feeds into Mia a bit as well. Mia was scared of Shrek after this, and maybe that's because he just stood there and did nothing and didn't even react. She's like, "I just given you a hit. Why are you not bothered? Why are you not backing away from me?" And because Shrek's a big, tough ex-street dog, right? Nothing phases him. He's got a mean streak to him. I'm well aware of that. He chose to keep it locked up for this. He just doesn't see Mia as a threat, and perhaps that kind of fed into her. Oh, what are we doing here? I think there's some cabana involved. You can see the tail tuck there of Mia. She is not a happy dog. She's anxious about what's going on. I think she's looking at Shrek. She's not really sure. She's you can see that tuck. She's just wary of everything, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's doing these things and being around like this is part of getting over that. I said Tora and Dolly have started playing. Of course they have. And again, I want that. I'm not discouraging that in this situation. I want Mia, who hasn't met many other dogs, to see and hear and smell the other dogs playing. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass holding the leash, untwisting the leash, and trying to keep your dog from being clown shows when you'd like them to just walk nicely. But in terms of Mia, she needs to see this. Her breed, being the cross between a Kelpie and a Border Collie, they're well known for their wish to control other animals and the other animals' movement and herd them, and yes, they use their teeth to do that. Her seeing other dogs playing like this is a novel thing to her, so it's something that we need to manage and get her to see and understand that this isn't something you need to freak out about. It's not something you need to concern yourself with. Oh, she's coming for some affection from me, which I thought was interesting. She'd not done that before, ever. That was a first time she'd ever come to me, and she actually sat on my foot, which was nice. I think I've probably talked enough. We'll go back to original audio. I have no idea what I'm talking about on the original audio. You're going to come in halfway through a conversation and be waffling on about something. Here we go. It's an emotional state that requires working through.
She's never gonna, you're cheeky girl. She needs to get in this situation.
Yeah.
That it's not okay. She sees other dogs, they're not doing that to each other.
Yep, exactly. It takes time. She's not used to that picture. She doesn't understand that picture.
I think she's been in not a good position. I think she's been attacked by other dogs before. She was in a litter, and they were born in prison, and the dog was brought to Victoria, and we had to drive there.
So while we're just sat here and the dogs are just meandering around, let's cross over there with Shrek. I just want to retouch again on treats and why I don't use them. I will eventually do a whole proper video on this one day and talk about it, but I don't want my dogs doing things based on food. I want them doing things with me just because that's what partners, friends do together. I don't go out to anywhere in particular with my family or with my friends after work and have to offer them bits of food to do things with me, or I suppose there is a case you could argue I have to offer people beer to come to the pub. But no, joking aside, I don't use food, and there's a good reason I don't use food. I want the dogs to process everything in their environment by themselves, for themselves. There's Tora touching her for a treat. That's a good example. That's what it sets up. And the dog knows you've got food on you. The dog will badger you for food. I don't want that. We're out for a walk. We're not out for you to annoy me just because I have food in my pocket, or for you to start begging. And the same reason I'm not going to give you a reward for doing something. We have a relationship that's based on mutual trust and respect. That's what I want. So I don't involve food in my stuff. I know some people do. And that's fine for them. That's fine. It's just not my way of doing things, because that's not a relationship I want to set up. I don't want a transactional relationship, and I don't want the expectation that food's going to get dished out in various circumstances, because it's not. And I don't like the way that impacts on the relationship. Anyway, next subject I want to talk about, which will be just as controversial, I think, as just letting what happened at the start of the video. Why didn't we correct Mia? Or why didn't I ask the owner to correct Mia? Or why didn't I correct Mia? Again, I don't believe in doing that is the right thing to do. I like the dogs to teach the dogs how to be dogs. It's a far more effective way of doing it. Mia did what she did for a reason. That we don't necessarily fully understand that reason doesn't mean that we should go, well, it does mean, it means we should not go intervening straight away. She did a behavior. There is a reason she did that behavior. If we don't fully understand that, correcting her is the wrong thing to do, because we don't know why we're correcting her, and we don't know how that's going to get interpreted by Mia, and it's very, very ineffective. Human correcting a dog for a behavior is pointless, because the dog doesn't understand why they're being corrected. They don't associate it particularly with the behavior, because the behavior is not a voluntary thing. It's presented with a set of circumstances. That set of circumstances equals that reaction. The most effective way of getting her around that is to let her be a dog and let the other dogs teach her how to be a dog. Now, yes, intervening as a human is occasionally necessary, and the time I do that is when dogs are mounting other dogs and that one of them is asking for help, specifically asking for help. Otherwise, I let them go on with it, which is why I said at the time I would have been happy for Shrek to correct Mia. That's what it will take, because Mia's course of action and thought process once she's gone at Shrek like that would be, oh, that came with the, oh, yeah, I just got beat down. And it wouldn't be a mean beat down. A correction's a correction. It's not going to have a face ripped off. When you have a 60-kilo dog that grabs and pins down a 20-something kilo dog, the point is quite emphatic. Don't do that. I didn't like it, and you don't like what I do to you in return. And that is the learning process the dog needs to go through. Correcting her from the human after that, just a waste of time, pointless, and it harms the relationship with the dog, because they don't really understand why you're doing it, because in their head they did something that was completely justified. And it still is in Mia's head at this point, because Shrek didn't do anything back to her. He kind of just stood there and took it. And that's clearly weirded her out a bit, because she's scared of him. She didn't understand why he's not scared of her. And she is therefore scared of him. That's my read of it. So it did go through her head. She's processed something. This big Great Dane dog took her hit and is not mildly bothered at all, just doesn't care, is not concerned at all, and that clearly impacted her a bit. And I was like, ooh. And that's why it's important to let the dogs do that. The human is there to just be the calm and intervene only when absolutely necessary, and to let the dogs figure it out. It's a far more effective way of doing things, and that's why I use my dogs in this, and why I was lamenting earlier. I really wish she'd have done that to Tora. Really do, but I can't keep wishing for things that didn't happen. So now we just keep on going, keep on walking together, keep socializing, keep letting me see the dogs interact, and keep being with other dogs. And yeah, it goes all right from here on. Well, it goes very well from here on in. She doesn't go near Shrek, but everything else is calm, everything else is smooth. No other issues for the rest of this walk. Yeah, absolutely fine. He does have a good look about him.
What you doing? Hiya! I thought you smelled Shrek's way.
Ah.
Good. Yeah, that's a good thing, yeah. Have a smell of his
Just a bit more relaxed, a little bit more.
Good girl, man. Good girl.
Girl. Come on. Oh, the water's gone, Dolly. The water's gone, isn't it? You want to go up on the rock? Go up on the rock. Up on this one. Wow. Look now. There's no water. It's all fine. Let me do that too. Look. You're welcome. Want to come up on this rock, Dolly? Yeah. Look at them go. Okay, jump up on this one. Look at them go. Yeah, look. Wow. Look at them. Wow. Silly.
If you're net, you will match the trio of black and white.
Yeah. Come on. Hi, Dolly. She's switching around. There used to be water here, but not anymore. She doesn't like bikes either, does she?
No,
Yeah.
bicycle kids now.
One of the kids threw a bike on her, and now she's terrified of bikes. She's on bikes, so
It's hard to cope with and to go forward.
come on, sit down. Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't like Shrek going behind.
Nope, can see that. Right, should we head down that way? Well, Shrek's got his own idea.
Down here.
Yeah, we'll go up here. We'll go around to the left.
The first time she actually goes in a group as a walk.
Yep, again, we're pushing her. We are pushing her. She met Tora, another new dog today, and then we've pushed her into, oh, here you go, here's a group of 3 dogs.
Maybe let her lead.
Yeah, okay.
Because
You can look behind
it'll
us.
give her confidence though. Yeah. She looks happy.
She does look happy there.
That is like to go.
Yeah, let her lead. And then she'll get more trustworthy because she'll know that these ones aren't any.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she can hear us talk, everything's okay.
She can smell from behind as well because the wind's in that direction.
What is she? She's good on her own.
Yeah, she's happy. Look, her tail's good now.
Relaxing a bit, yep.
Yeah, she's happy on her own.
Yep.
The walk is still a little bit, but
Yeah, there's still some tension in the back legs. She's squatting down a little bit. As she's in an area she doesn't know and there's people she doesn't know behind her, that's me included.
Shrek.
Hi, Mia. Good girl. She's the boss. She's the leader.
Careful. Nice. Nice. Did you both get crook this week then, did you?
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
He was in bed for a week and then
Oh,
I got
was it flu, was it?
No, they reckon there's some sort of head cold going
Okay, yep. Yeah, it can knock you out pretty
Yeah,
effectively.
they reckon it's really bad.
Yep.
But this was like, we've been over it quite a while now.
Yeah, okay.
But we've still got the cold.
Now your voice still sounds a little bit
Yeah, well,
off.
2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago I was bedridden all week.
Yep.
And then the last week this cough just sort of lingered.
Yeah, I get that as well. Whenever I get a cold, the last thing to fix itself is my throat and voice. Always lingers with me.
Yeah. And the last 7 days just haven't really progressed. I've just got to a certain point and then sort of stayed the same all week. Hey, what you doing, girl? Girl. Hey.
She wants to follow, which is fine. Easy, Tora, easy. Okay. Okay, Tora.
Yeah, see, she's getting better.
She does like to be out in front, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Likes to be.
Yeah.
Come on, Dolly. No, none of this bird food.
Oh, yuck. I bet both of yours like that. Rollo's the same. Rollo will lick the bench. And then he wants to give you kisses later. Nah, no, thank you very much. Oh wow, that's a big house going up.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's fine. She'll come to you when she's ready.
Yes, true. I reckon she's got definitely got some bull Arab in her. Like a bull Arab, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought that till you said it, and now I can't unsee it.
And if they're from up there, they probably have bull Arab in them. They're
Yeah.
all up
Ah, they use them on the farms,
Kelpies.
do they?
Yeah.
Kelpie, yeah, makes perfect
Kelpies,
sense.
bullies,
Yeah,
bull
yeah.
Arabs, I mean.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise there was a population of bull Arabs
Oh,
up there.
bull Arabs are used for hunting pig.
Ah, okay.
So they're
Yeah,
hunting
okay.
dogs.
Yeah,
So they have shitloads of them up
yeah, okay,
South
okay.
Wales,
Yeah,
Queensland.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, she does. She looks like she's got a bit of bull Arab.
I might explain the
Yeah, that's interesting.
feistiness. So that's the end of the video there. Cuts off. I don't really know why it cuts off here. I must have either pressed the button or my phone ran out of battery and I wasn't concentrating. This is not the end of the walk, but yeah, whatever. That's the end. Yeah, interesting one. I hope you get some utility out of that. A bit of a strange walk with Mia, a bit of a strange introduction, but I missed some things going on. But the process doesn't change. The process stays the same. Get her around dogs, get her meeting dogs. She does need to get corrected by another dog. She needs to learn that she's not the biggest, baddest dog in the dog park, coming in hot like that on other dogs. And we'll get there. We will get there eventually.